What's going on, guys? All in day 42. Let me go over the trade that I took today. So let's just look at market structure on the daily, and it looks pretty bearish overall. Market structure on the 4-hour looks bullish to me, considering that price is still in this big imbalance, moving higher, respecting equilibrium here. And the 1-hour is in this gap. So upon market open, price had swept this. This was Asia high right here. On both indexes, it was swept. So you can see here, Asia high. And when market opened at 9:30, here, we had an SMT coming from these highs right here. So we had this 5-minute gap, SMT at this high. I believe down to this high to this high. I'll just remove that, we don't need that. So we had this SMT on ES. Price had taken out that high. So from this high up to this high. So the SMT, NASDAQ respected this 5-minute gap. As you can see, respected the 5-minute gap, and move lower towards these 1-hour lows. This one, this one. So I took shorts today based off of what I saw to market open. Even though price did look bullish on the 4-hour and the 1-hour, I still took shorts. I felt that there was a better draws on liquidity to the downside, especially when ES had already taken this high. So when we got the SMT, we got the respect of the 5-minute gap here, and we got the 5-minute sweep. So pre-market swept session highs, and all we needed was 5-minute manipulation within a 5-minute or 15-minute retracement tool. So we got that here, right? I entered upon, I think it was 940 something. Yeah, 944. So I didn't enter on this inverse gap. I could have, but kind of want to wait. I just waited a little bit to see if it did make this this shape, this little M, usually indicating price is going down further. So I actually entered here. Close of this candle. So pretty much the open of this candle. Targeted is it? I targeted this low. Even though these lows were hit, targeted this low right here, and stops at the top of this, and break even was at this 5-minute low. So price came down pretty heavy, and then right about here, ES actually took out the 5-minute low before NQ, so I went to break even, scaled out once. NQ had I scaled out half my position. I traded 4 contracts, so I scaled out 2 contracts once NQ had hit this, and when my TP was down here, price had like, I don't know if it was because I was messing with this over here and I don't know what happened, but it closed out one and then closed out another, like pretty much at the low. I don't know, because like price like hit it and then didn't. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I didn't target these lows just because ES did make an S&T. Was making an S&T based off this 1 hour low, and the fact that I was looking at the trend and it looked pretty bullish to me based off the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Saw that it was bullish on the higher time frame, so I wanted to target the first 1 hour low or 1 hour or higher time frame PD array rather than the trying to take more profit down here. So overall, it was good market analysis, good trade, good execution, good psychology. Within when I was in this trade, I didn't really feel the slightest bit of fear or greed. I'm usually not greedy. I'm usually more fearful, and due to the idea of losing money, I'm fearful, and that usually causes me to not enter a trade or hesitate to enter a trade or move stops, all that. So when I was in this trade, I was feeling very confident, had full conviction, and trusted within my system. I saw an opportunity the market had given to me with the variables of my strategy and took it based on the probability of the trade, which I think personally that the best probability of today was probably a bullish move, just because of my idea of price being bullish within this giant imbalance. So because of that, I think this wasn't the best trade to take, even though it was a winner and I did win. I don't believe it was the best trade. I think the best trade would probably be some type of move out of this, even though price didn't present that. I'm thinking based on probability and what I was thinking after the fact that I'm winning this trade, that even though it was a good trade, good read, good analysis, and I took advantage of it, I think the highest probable trade would have been longs out of this here, because on ES where are we at here? On ES, I believe we got I guess we didn't get an SMT, but looked that it was playing out that way. But today, this was probably the best trade to take based on what market had done for the day. based on probability and within analytics and technicalities, I believe that if price continues to respect bullish order flow, which it is on the higher time frame, longs are better. It's just my personal preference. Maybe that'll happen tomorrow. But if it disrespects, then longs or shorts are going to be good. Every day starts out with a 50-50 chance, up or down. And I think just adding the trend on the higher time frame is going to add is going to have a higher probability. The trend is your friend, and to look at the market on the higher time frame and see where is it going to go on the lower time frame. When you piece those together, you have a higher time frame narrative that is going to be more probable. And that is just my opinion. Today is probably not the best example for that. But despite price looking bullish on the higher time frame, wasn't today's action. And that just shows you that yes, it could be high probability, but the market can do whatever it wants, and there is opportunity and possibility about anywhere in this market, anywhere in the market, that anything is possible, anything can happen in the market, and that is just proof of that today. Regardless of if I think that it is higher probability for price to move higher, and because it's respecting gaps and order flow on the higher time frame, doesn't necessarily mean within my trading hours that there's going to be a long presented. And that is a good example today, as you can see. I think the best long to be taken here was probably, I don't know, actually. I mean, I don't see anything here. There's probably not anything, actually. There's no longs to be taken here. Within my strategy, longs were not presented. And that's what I was getting at. Probably later in the day, this looks pretty good. But overall, this was the move to be had, to be caught. And I am just lucky and blessed to have that market analysis, to have that, to have progressed to where I am today. So, taking this win with neither, happiness nor sadness, I take it as a good job on my psychology, good job on my technicals. I don't care about the P&L, and that's the way I think you should look at it if you want to move forward. Because money in this game is a blessing and a curse. You can make money, but it is a curse because you value money. And that is ultimately going to lead you to mistakes within your psychology. So I've been taking the idea of not really caring about the money. But the only thing I should be caring about is making the right decisions based on my analysis and my technicals. And over time, that is going to lead me to profitability. Price could have very well respected this 5-minute gap, and it looks like it would have, but it didn't. And that is just an example of anything is possible. Take that trade, because anything is possible. And if you have that mindset, you're going to lose and you're going to win. But as long as and that is why you have risk management in place to protect you from that uncertainty. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this one here. It's getting a bit long. I got some shit to do, so I will see you on the next one. Peace.